is between DEA1 and P4F, and this is an all-weapons match. We're just waiting for the DEA guys to come up and join into the server. So we see we have the P4F guys, they're all in, and I believe Lord Kremer's in the server, and he's just waiting for these guys to come in.
So, Canadian, who do you think the players are to watch tonight?
Namco is exceptionally strong, and so is Imagine Klein. But one which we actually liked in the Insta matches was Infant Noob. He was hitting very well during the Insta matches. Namco has, I'd like to keep an eye on Namco, but he's got a hell of a ping. He's pinging 100 plus. So I think probably Infant Noob will probably end up stronger. This again is DEA's choice, and they have chosen New York. So again, we'll have to see what the pings are like on the DEA side.
100 ping is definitely very hard to play through, especially if you aren't used to that.
Yeah, I think his play's going to suffer. He's pinging 100. It's like going over and playing in Europe now.
Yeah, it's like playing from Europe.
You know, it gets difficult when you can strap faster than your rockets. You know, so.
Yeah.
But
personally, my ping gets up above 80. That's where I draw the line.
Imagine Klein moves actually very well. Just joining me in the channel because Reaper is in Ottawa somewhere. He will try and come in if he gets his Skype channel up. He hasn't been able to do that. But joining me in the channel tonight for helping me with the commentary is Coke from the Breakfast Club.
Hello, everyone.
And Fugsy is in the background from SOG.
Hey, how's it going?
So again, we'll be trying to call the play and see how the game pans out. We wait for the DEA guys. I see Dodgers come in.
So it's DEA has the two main map choices this game, right?
That's correct. 1 and 3, and I'm just going to try and get Lord Krim to give me the map choices.
No, I thought I was going to die like man.
So what maps do you think they'll be choosing tonight?
My guess is you'll see campgrounds. And maybe Retribution, right? But anyone's guess. You know, I don't know if they like the traditional freestag maps, which is Intervention and Deep Inside. These are most of what the freestag clans play. But we'll wait and see. But I'm pretty sure campgrounds is something everyone knows and hates or knows and loves. And you know, people tend to stick with what they're familiar with.
Well, developing strategies or even learning to play a map takes a long time. It's not something that you can just walk into and expect to perform in.
No, that's true, but I mean, there is a rotation of 16 maps to choose from. We have been seeing a very small selection from those 16, both in the Insta and the all weapons. But I'd like to see some other maps being played other than, you know, Intervention and Deep Inside. I think teams can certainly use that to their advantage to throw a map at your opponent that they're not too familiar with. We did see it with the Dystrophy versus Control match, where Control threw Purgatory at Dystrophy, and it ended up in their favor. They ended up taking that first map. So a lot of times you can use that to your advantage if you're familiar, if your team's more or less familiar with the power points on the map.
Definitely. I also think a big breakdown is that you have a lot of strong individual players, but maybe not so much team cohesion. You want to go to maps that favor they're small and kind of have one or just one control point.
Well, you'll be surprised. The first map that DEA has chosen is Almost Lost, and that is actually quite a small map for a 4-on-4.
Right.
So again, that map has basically the quad on the outside and the red on the inside. So we'll see how each of the individual teams play it. P4F is mostly an Insta type of gameplay, but they've been adjusting to the old weapons. They traditionally do more Insta than all weapons.
Almost Lost was originally a tourney map, wasn't it, for duels?
Yes, it was.
It's very small for a 4-on-4.
Yes, it is. It's it could be worse. They could have said seams and bolts, and that's a tiny map for a 4-on-4.
Yeah, so I'm guessing DEA expects that they can overpower P4F if they chose a map like that.
It could be, because DEA actually may be only fielding 3 players. I don't know if they'll have a full complement. We have Dodger coming in, and he mentioned Penfield's coming, so we're just waiting for Penfield to come in, and Lord Krem will have to make a decision if he's going to field 3 players, or because he's only got about 7 more minutes before P4F can force him to play the 3-on-4 or.
Well, I can tell you as a spectator, I'd much rather watch a 3-on-3.
This is going to be Cool Mike's prerogative. They can elect to play a 3-on-3, or they can just carry on and play a 4-on-3 and make sure that they get the win. DEA is actually a strong team. So, if P4F elects them to play at 4-on-3, that means they respect a lot of the skills on the DEA side. And at the end of the day, it's to get the higher point standing. So, again, we've seen a couple of 4 versus 3 being played. And, you take the win when you can. But there are some teams which elect to play with the 3-on-3 and to make it a little more competitive. Okay, so I don't know where the last DEA guy comes in.
So DEA is still missing 2 members.
That's correct, and they only mentioned Penfield, so I'm thinking that they may have to go with the 3-on-4. And then Cool Mike's going to have to decide whether he wants to play the 3-on-4 or give them the 3-on-3.
So is it confirmed that DEA has a 3rd player coming in?
He said he has Penfield coming in, but again, we're just waiting for that to happen.
Right.
I'll put up the accuracy so people can actually see what the accuracy is during the warm-up. I hope if I do this correctly. There you go. So the stream looks clear. It looks smooth. I'm just monitoring it here. Okay, did anyone get what the second map was?
Oh.
I think I saw test box.
No, test box is not in the rotation.
No way.
Of course not.
That would be just made hell, man. Imagine 8 guys in that little room.
I've done 8 guys in that room. What a sexy night.
Oh no.
Folks, can you ask Cool Mike while you're talking there? Can you ask him what the second map is?
Oh shit.
Grim Dungeons, okay. So first map is
Dueling map, almost lost.
Oh, that dragon just got decimated.
I think Grim Dungeons is an excellent map choice.
Yeah, I'm just trying to split.
That should be pretty good. I like that. There's, it's a much bigger map for a 4-on-4.
I think it's the most perfectly balanced 4v4 map.
Let me just put up a reminder for the auto action.
They really only have 6 minutes. Well, they have the third. Okay, never mind.
They've got 3 guys.
So the game will be happening tonight?
And it's just up to Cool Mike if he's going to field 4 or 3.
And Penfield still hasn't made it. They said he's on his way, so.
Oh, it's going to be 4-on-4.
Beautiful.
Yeah, they'll make it 4s, yeah.
Oh, what a good word I just did. Oh shit, my team's not gonna last long. Nope. No, down.
So Fugler, do you have any predictions for this map?
They're going to play Intervention as their first map. Almost lost as the third map choice.
I think DEA with Penfield will have. I don't know, I think it's a pretty good advantage.
Okay, so let's have a look at the team. They're going to do a 3-on-3?
Oh, you better get this ball. Oh.
They're going to try and do a 4-on-4. It'll be more exciting with a 4-on-4.
The Intervention is kind of a large map.
Yeah, I think so. Otherwise, 3-on-3, I would have chosen a smaller map actually, something tight. Watching Cool Mike do some work with his LG. Just put up a reminder again. Just need to show that on demo and screenshot. There you go. Okay.
Woo! I just got Lily's gonna go around.
Okay, so we're just getting through the preliminaries. It's almost 10:15. It'll be up to basically call Mike to see if he wants to start on a 3-on-3 or wait and give Penfield another 5 minutes to come in. All the spectators have left the server, so they are actually, they could go ahead if they are ready up now. So let me find out if they're going to do that.
I don't know, they're focusing on ulti, whatever. Look at that 8 people. Go. That was Slow him. Don't tackle me. Ow.
Conflict humiliation.
What if you watch a slope, Coke?
You want it to be so?
It's all right. I mean, if the two captains agree to wait, then that's fine. I mean, we can. I would much prefer to have a 4-on-4, It's, you know, it's just more dynamic, more action. The 3-on-3 actually changes the nature of the gameplay.
Oh my god. Yep, that was bad. That's me.
And this is the map that is going to be the first one.
Yeah, it's basically intervention and then grim dungeons. And if they need to do the third, they'll go to almost lost for the tiebreaker.
Okay. This map's a very fast-paced map.
Intervention, I think, is the best freeze tag map we have so far in the lineup.
Like I said before, I'm a big fan of Grim Dungeons.
You would take Grim Dungeons over Intervention.
Oh yeah, Grim Dungeons is great because it's balanced between the two halves of the map.
And you
On
got
this
the
map-
two power-ups.
Yeah, each side has a power-up, so which side is advantageous to have actually depends on which power-up spawns first.
I think Grim Dungeons is heavily leaning towards quad.
Oh no. Trust me, from a clan that's never lost on that map.
Really?
The side that you want is the
The
side
red
that
armor.
has the power-up that spawns first. Because you can use that power-up to tap the power-up on the other side of the map.
So you'd say battle suit over the quad.
If the battlesuit spawns first, I would take battlesuit over the quad.
The quad area is actually very difficult to come in because there's only one access point that is on the same level, I find, on
Right.
that map.
So you have the bounce pad and the railgun hallway, or the hallway, are the two ways to access the quad. But they're oppositely facing. So what really separates a good clan from a great clan is your ability to do attacks on the other team's camp. So a good clan will do something like feint the hallway with one member or two members, and then the other two will come up the bounce pad.
So you wouldn't actually come up around the stairs by yellow.
No.
It takes too long and it's too noisy.
Well, yeah, you could creep, but it takes too long when you do it that way.
We have our fourth player, guys, so Cool Mike's got to call in his player, and then we can get it going. So it looks like Penfield, Insanity, Dodger, Lord Cream for DEA. This is a strong team. And then for the P4F guys, we have Namco, Magic Client, Cool Mike, and let's see,
You want
Infant Noob.
You
Infant
want them
Noob.
added a minute late, or are you going to start first map threes?
Say that again, folks.
I don't know if you guys are going to let them start a minute late, or if you're going to do threes for the first map.
No, we're going to let Infant Noob come in, and then they'll start the match as soon as he comes in.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. I'd rather wait and do a 4-on-4. Like I said, it's a much more dynamic match, and I think it's what everyone came here to see. So here we go.
So on this map, we really only have one good control spot, and that's the red armor room.
So first team to get control of red is gonna have a big bonus.
Yeah, they
But-
have the advantage.
They can drop down to quad after that, right?
Yep, and has easy access to the quad through two avenues.
Now the other side of the map, you got two yellows and the mega.
Right, it's not really about it's balanced very well as far as armor goes, but inside the red armor room, you can really only be attacked up the bounce pad or from the lower floor. So it's really strong defense in it. So what the attacking team has to do is they have a big open space. They want to blanket the red armor room and try to catch odd rails. Your advantage is that you can hit if you get railed. So you have a little bit over 100 armor, 100 health. You try to get your snipe rail. If you lose it, you go hit, and you get to do it again. Whereas the people in the red armor room have to live with 150 health blow and their armor. But they have the advantage of high ground.
I think the high ground is definitely a huge advantage to be able to come in and drop down.
Right. It's definitely big. If you're in the red armor room and you're kind of to the left of the red armor, looking out into the bounce pad over the courtyard, that's really the big control point for this room. If you can have a good rail sitting right there, you can really stop any offensive action by the other team. And also, you control the high ground overlooking quad.
That's not doggy style, by the way.
I'm glad you set me right on that.
He does not have a 28 pin. He's Canadian.
Okay, so it's someone else in it. We're allowed to speculate.
I've seen that Penfield before in the
Okay, let's see if we can get these guys to ready up. Dodger and we'll turn.
I got the typing taken care of.
Okay,
Start
so
spectating here.
I'll tell you as soon as the game starts who we're on, but I'd like to go to Namco on Infant Noob on one, and probably on the other I'd say, oh, anyone's guess, Penfield probably.
One.
It's gone to Cool Mike on the first follow. So he just grabbed Mega, and he's putting some nades just into the center area. I'm just trying to figure out, he's going to yellow to see if
There's a lot of action going on at the LG right now.
Okay, let's. I'm looking at Penfield. Yeah, there's Dodger who's. Let me go over to Dodger now. He's doing all the Thors. He's in LG, and he's got in 3 bodies, and he's trying to prevent. He's trying to break up the Thor there, and he does at a cost to actually getting tagged himself.
There's the rest of the DEA here. They shouldn't have let those stalls go off.
Cool Mike is getting. He probably just respawned, and he's going to go to quad. So Penfield is already at quad. The followers moved to the quad carrier, Penfield, and he's trying to get Cool Mike. Oh, quad fumble. Cool Mike comes away with a quad now, going to yellow and picked it up. So don't leave the bodies, Mike. Okay, he's going to go finish. He finishes the point, and that's because of the quad turnover. So P4F with an early start with a quad turnover.
What they really want to do here is hope. They probably want to let him live a little bit longer while they took control of the red armor room. An early kill there means that they're in a bad position to handle this spawn.
That's a good point. Currently, the fellow's gone to Insanity. He's guarding the 2 bodies in the LG area. So again, this is part of the strategy is once you get the bodies, make sure they don't get loose.
Basic freeze tag.
And here's a yellow. Okay, so I'm not sure who was up there taking the yellow.
I didn't see it.
So follow's gone to Insanity still. He's still guarding the 2 bodies. Let me move the follow over to see who's actually in the back there. Penfield. So Penfield is now doing some Thors on his team.
It's really good. While Namco's running around by himself, they really want to capitalize on that and take control of the map and get healthy.
Yeah, you can see DEA is actually strategically, I think, positioning themselves much better. Infant noobers pointing fingers and taking names.
That's right.
You know, 100% rail at this point in time. That's a stat which won't stand up, but you know, early on, his accuracy has always impressed me.
That's right. If I hit my first rail, I'm not shooting anymore.
He's got 3 bodies now. I would spread those bodies out, you see. Okay, so we have Infant Noob. He's at red. He's at this side of red. And we have a 3-on-3. So, Cool Mike with the quad. He's looking for the enemy at red. He gets taken out. Infant Noob. Oh! See what happens. Infant Noob doing some good work here. Right at red. He gets taken out right on the top of red. So, the followers
Here we go again. We have a Cool Mike running solo. And DEA really wants to use this opportunity to take control of the map, make sure they're healthy, and then get the kill.
So P4F already has one guy down, and they managed to even it up. It's now a 3-on-3.
Yeah.
Cool Mike has a body over by the quad yellow area. And he's a bit low on health. He needs to health up again. Now, one thing you know that they're not calling out for respawning, the P4F guys. If they're low on health, they won't pull out the gauntlet and have a teammate respawn them to full health.
It's like P4F turned this point over. Looked like they were about to lose it before. And with 30 seconds left till quad, DEA needs to either do something or get back on their feet to fight for it.
Penfield is the last guy down, and he's stuck over at LG. And the P4F guys are just bottling him up. They're not letting him out of the LG area too easily. Oh, and therefore the P4F now has a point. So again, the P4F guys are getting a lot stronger as the league progresses. We've seen that. They're learning how to play this all weapons mod a lot better than they initially started out with. We have a look.
The play they just did was really smart, kept the last guy alive while they waited for quad. Scaring him away with rockets.
Just bottle him up in the LG area. He couldn't do any harm. He was away from the bodies.
Right. In that case, it's actually best for your team to just kill yourself. Get
Suicide.
yourself on its feet. That's right. Suicide.
So go kamikaze, go hard, and see if you can do as much damage before you die.
Exactly.
We're watching Cool Mike he gets tagged by two people coming into the courtyard area. Again, good backup by Imagine Klein.
Saved.
Yep. Imagine Klein is looking after those two Thors, making sure that Insanity doesn't get to it, and now he's going to get his Thor. Very patient play by Imagine Klein.
Assist.
Now, I mean, the score is not what I expected it to be because DEA actually has a very strong team. But I think P4F is playing much better together. They're more coordinated.
Assist.
I agree.
Infant noob and his rail. Amazing rail, man. 62%. We'll see how that we'll see how that stands up over time. I'm moving the follow to Imagine Klein. He's
Smartly defending the bodies.
yes, he is. He's making sure no one gets to his bodies. Oh, nice rocket, air rocket on the way down. So he's going back to red to help one of his guys. Apparently he doesn't need that much help. So he reheals. He was very low on that exchange. He's now back up to 50.
Gets the squad carry. Looks like P4F forgot about the quad this time.
I think so, and I think they'll pay for it this time. So we'll move to the quad carry, which is Penfield. And Penfield's pinging 29, so he's got a very solid ping. Again, DEA had the server location choice, so they chose New York. And judging by the pings, I think it's to their advantage.
The smart thing to do for P4F right now is to just hide while they wait for the quad to expire.
And the quad is basically out of play, and it's over. So just following Penfield now, thawing the rest of his guys. They have two bodies, one in the LG and one in the outside area. They're not moving the bodies.
You hardly have enough shotgun ammo to move the bodies.
I figured you'd want to move the guy from LG out a little.
Open.
Exactly.
Absolutely. You want somewhere where you can see the bodies.
Yeah.
With no wall separating you.
So it was very difficult to guard the two bodies. I figured it would be easier just to move the body with a gaunt or with a shotgun.
I would actually move the bodies into red and take the red camp. But if not that, the open in the courtyard is a good second choice.
Still following Penfield. He's doing some very good work here.
It's like,
oh, he gets taken out.
As a crew. And get caught as a crew with the quad pounds. Fight together, die together.
Yeah, well, we're watching Namco now. They're waiting for the quad. It'll be up very soon. I mean, we're talking 5 seconds for the next quad. So, I mean, there's going to be a mad rush for the quad. Lord Krem hitting 42% rail. And Penfield, no, Penfield doesn't come up with it. Let's see who came up away with it. Dodger. He's...
DEA has left the body of the quad.
Oh, he almost got taken out by his own guy's nade. Okay, but he's okay. He's holding up.
Blue scores.
Currently following Dodger, he's still got quite a bit left onto the power up, but it's now depleted and gone.
It's exactly what you don't want as a team, to have your fresh spawn going to the last seconds of the quad.
That does a lot of damage to your team when that happens. So I'm gonna switch the follow to Insanity. He's trying to get his one of his guys freed up, and he gets taken out by Cool Mike. So Cool Mike is, again, he's got 3 bodies out in the yellow area, just underneath the yellow area in that open area. Again, he's got to make sure he moves those bodies away from the wall, because you can't throw those bodies through the wall.
That is a skill that I haven't quite yet mastered.
Well, you can actually, if you jump underneath the body and you carry on jumping, you can fall through the ceiling as well. So try that out for size. I think Dink does that. I know Kool-Aid Man certainly does that.
All better players than me.
He'll fall through the roof, right? I haven't quite gotten that skill. I can do it through the walls fairly easily, but the roof is a different matter. Currently following Penfield in LG area. And again, 38% rail.
Couple seconds left till quad. Looks like P4F picks it up
Well, Mike,
despite
yeah.
4 DEA members being up.
Exactly. So again, P4F has improved vastly in their team play and their map control.
And I like how Imagine is saving that quad for someone to walk up.
Blue scores.
To no effect, unfortunately.
It's following Cool Mike, who's picked up the quad again. We'll see what he can do. I don't know if he's got a lot left on the quad. 5 seconds left on the quad. And it's almost gone. Oh, he gets tagged. He gets tagged with a rail. And he's done. Penfield has taken him out. Oh, look at that rocket to LG. Solid looking LG from Penfield. And he gets taken out in the courtyard. So let's move the follow to Insanity. Let's see if he can get Penfield loose. No, he gets taken out at Mega. But Penfield, Lord Krem will free up Penfield and he'll get the Mega and he'll have another Thor in his hand. So early on, let's see who the major Thor, Cool Mike with 14 Thors, is leading the Thor production. He's also leading the point production with 50 points.
Really handedly there.
And all of a sudden we're tied up, 9-9. So let's see what
20 seconds till quad. We're really going to have to think about setting up for that.
Oh
12 seconds to quad. Let's see who's going to quad. Penfield's not going to quad yet.
Assist.
Like, Cool Mike forgot about the quad.
He just spawned, I believe, and he...
It's Namco then.
Good shooting by Cool Mike. Follow through on Cool Mike. He gets tagged by the Penfield with a quad.
Assist.
At yellow. So Penfield is looking for, the quad is now over, and Penfield goes for the red. Basically, there's infant noob. They have to find the last man. We'll see if they delay killing the last man to get their team all stacked up. No.
There's two. They didn't quite delay like that.
Yep.
And we're getting a thaw behind the yellow.
No. He took some damage from his own guy. And he kills his own guy and respawns him. So friendly fire is on, and you saw some of the friendly fire damage that can happen.
Blue scores.
Now we have DEA who's taken the lead now. I think this is the first time they've taken the lead in this game. Again, this is their map choice.
Looks like they're mostly running around looking for kills, and one by one falling into an ambush in the lightning network.
You're talking P4F or DEA?
DEA is 3 down.
3 down, so Penfield is the last man standing. Okay, now if they're wise about it, they'll borrow.
Absolutely, they need to break those bodies apart.
Yeah, and he's at Yellow's. Yellow's a strong position to hold, right?
Well, it's very exposed.
But what they should do is they should leave him and then go to quad, because there you go, they've got the quad. So now he's one guy. They're gonna kill him. The point changes and everyone spawns, and guess what? P4F, is all housed up and they've got the quad. So again, P4F is playing a very good strategy on these guys.
I like the way P4F is playing, particularly Imagine. He seems to be doing a lot of the dirty work for the clan. Moving bodies around and guarding.
He moves very well through the map. He strafes very well, very smooth gameplay. Watching Cool Mike now, he's basically the last man standing. Oh, no, P4F. So let's go to Cool Mike and see what he's doing. He's going to the Jesus room.
You kind of want to keep this to a minimum. I mean, if you can kill a guy like that and work off of it, great. But
he's so weak he couldn't actually go for the second engagement. He had to back off and health up.
But every second that you're back there by yourself hiding, the other teams are picking up megas and armors. And
they just
harder and harder.
They're gonna become very difficult to kill on the next spawn.
Exactly.
So we have now P4F again in the unenviable position of last man standing.
We've got 20 seconds to the quad. It's time for teams to be thinking about what they're going to do there.
We'll see. Penfield was the last man standing. He's not even going to quad. He's respawning his team. I just hope when they respawn, they actually go to the quad area.
Penfield just missed an opportunity for a double thaw.
Yeah, he stood in front of one thaw, and then he didn't thaw both of them at the same time.
He ran away from the quad just as it spawned.
I know, what happened? I'm not sure. Cool Mike comes away with it. But, Penfield went back and realized that, okay, quad's up. So, again, his sense of when the power-up is coming up is not as good as it should be for the caliber of play that he's putting out. Insanity's taken over the quad. He's looking. Oh, he does find his victim. He's not picking up the health ball there, which is very strange. He pays for it as well. He could have survived that rail. Infant move. So follow on Lord Krim. He's over at yellow. He's gonna pick up Mega, maybe not. No. Dodger beat him to it. But he will. Oh, he didn't get the soul. Namco broke up the soul.
Have an upper hand on that point to losing it because they split up a little too much.
Currently watching Namco from P4F. I get the feeling that they're there's a lot of roaming around by both teams.
Absolutely.
So again, there's no dominant zone that they're trying to hold or control.
Good job.
It does seem to be a little bit more uncoordinated than what we saw at the beginning. But they are guarding the bodies well, the DEA people.
1 minute
There are
warning.
3 bodies stuck in the quad corridor there,
Blue scores.
and they come away with a point.
Lucky spawn for Namco right on the quad.
Now Namco has a quad, but he's having trouble finding anyone to use it on. Oh, and the quad fumble. Oh, double quad fumble. Insanity.
Launches are dangerous.
It's cursed. The quad is cursed. No one can hold on to it. There you go, another quad fumble.
Looks like DEA is going to walk away with this map.
15-12. Well, we have
Maps
10
15.
seconds in the leg out. Yeah, you're right. 15-12 will be the final score. And the countdown to 1. And the match is over.
Blue wins.
So first blood to DEA, their choice of map. It'll be interesting how Grim Dungeons is played. I certainly like how P4F started to play this map, and they did manage to control a lot of the points in the beginning.
Right, they start out with good zone control, backing each other up, and letting DEA do silly things like run off last man while they took control of the map. Unfortunately, that kind of broke that down as DEA started to swing bigger guns and run together themselves.
Well, DEA on the score sheet offensively, they are actually a clan to be respected. So I think P4F had in the beginning a good strategy of trying to contain it, and for the first half of the game, I think they were executing on that plan pretty good.
I thought so too. I thought P4F was looking like the stronger team in the beginning of the match.
It could be they just got worn down. You know?
Their mouse hands got tired.
Yeah.
So this map was a nice two-sided map. You have a good control spot for the quad and the red armor. My favor goes a little bit toward the quad side of the map. So if all possible, you want to hold that end. If you go into the rail room, it has a nice bounce pad that's really easy to defend. And also the basement is pretty easy to defend as well. So,
but usually on this map, all the action gets played out either at quad or at red.
that's right. Well, you control the quad by holding the areas outside of it, because that's where the choke points occur. If you try to hold quad from within quad, people come in from everywhere, and you get overwhelmed. We're doing Grim Dungeons next. That's right. We're not even playing this map.
Yeah, but no, your comments are still valid for this map because this is quite a favorite map for the freeze tag teams to strut their stuff on, and most of the old freeze tag players, they know that map pretty well, almost as well as DM6, which is the campgrounds. I'm very surprised we're not seeing campgrounds today.
Stop sharing our secrets.
Well, I mean, it's it's good strategy and all. I think a lot of the teams, if they can adhere to that, it doesn't make for exciting roaming, running and gunning type of play, but certainly it does get the job done.
Absolutely. I feel that these aren't quite secrets anymore. Half the community was in our clan at some point.
Yeah, and after watching some of the top teams play, I think there is a lot to be said about being able to control a certain area and lock it down. Right. Certainly, we see it a lot more in Insta. In Insta, it's very much a camp fest. People just lock down a certain angle, and that's it. And if you go into that area, you'll get pinged.
Definitely, it's because that first rail in Insta is so valuable. So having initiative is half of everything. You can get your shot off.
Yeah, there's very little forgiveness for sticking your nose out in Insta. If once you get hit, that's it. You're done. In Or weapons. You got your power-ups, so you can go in there and you can make a couple of mistakes and you know, still hightail it out and survive. But Insta, once you commit and you're wrong, that's it. It's
Right.
you're on the sidelines.
So on this map, kind of like the map we were just looking at, we've got control points on either side of the map. And I would argue that both sides of the map are equally powerful, with the tie being broken by which power-up spawns first. We have a quad damage and a battle suit at opposite ends of the map. And the really good teams here, the point you really want to look at or notice is in the basement there's a connecting hallway between the two halves of the map on the upper floor. And good teams will hold that hallway against each other so they don't allow each other's team to run through the basement. And the bad teams will often sacrifice basement control and let the other team sneak armors from them or outmaneuver them by running through the basement. So you really want to look at that fine point if they do any camping or zone control at all. That's what you'll be looking for.
I don't know. I always seem to want to hold quad on this map.
Yeah, most people do.
You know, because you can drop down for the lower yellow. You've got the yellow on both sides of the quad, right?
Right. So you've got 2 yellow armors on one side of the map and a couple shards, and on the other side of the map you have
the big
a red armor and a couple shards.
Yeah.
The armor's fairly balanced. One side has a battle suit, the other side has a quad, and they both share the same choke points. So the big choke points on the map are the connecting hallway and the shotgun room.
Yeah, that's always a big.
Right. And the other choke point is the one in the basement, kind of near the rail. And so they kind of have, it's very symmetric in that they're holding the same zones and they have roughly the same armor.
Right. So a good strategically balanced map for freeze tag, and usually the better team wins.
The more practiced team, I would say.
The one who can control the area the best.
Right. And a key that separates the good teams from the great teams on this map is realizing when it's a good time to switch control.
From quad to, I thought it would be whoever spawns that quad tries to hold it.
That's how we catch a lot of people.
It's very spawn, I mean, we get some pretty bad spawn frags, right? I mean, everyone complains about it because it happens to almost everyone.
Right.
You get cases of where you spawn where you die, only to be fragged again. So
yeah, this map is really bad for that because the two halves are so divided. If you spawn on the other team's side of the map, you're a goner.
Now, actually, at one point in time, they did manage to fix it by implementing the TDM spawn algorithm in the freeze tag mod. But that created a lot of server crashes that they actually had to disable that and go back to the, what we're faced with, which is what it's been for the last couple of years. But I'm not sure if they're going to be able to fix the bad spawning. I certainly hope so.
I hope so too. But in the meantime, we'll do the best with what we have.
Yeah, and the only consolation is that it happens to everyone.
Right.
Okay, we're almost, I think we should ready, ask these guys to ready it up. So, otherwise we'll be here all night.
So I think after watching both teams play, I'm going to give the nod to P4F on this map. I like their sense for zone control a bit more than DEA's.
I actually like how P4F has progressed throughout this. This is only 4 weeks into the league play, and I've seen considerable improvement in their gameplay.
It's like DEA has taken early control of the quad room.
Yes, I'm currently watching Insanity. He's picked up the yellow, quad yellow, and he's preventing anyone coming through that corridor.
Looks like P4F is taking the basement from them. 2 kills down there.
So basically DEA is down 2 already.
But they just fixed that. Lord Krem came in and killed the P4F attackers. Forgot to thaw his buddy Penfield, though. That's a huge blunder.
Okay, but DEA got one loose from the basement. And
Power up should be started in a second.
now P4F has attacked quad. Why are they leaving quad area?
Battle suit spawned. Picked up the
Yes,
DEA.
you're right. So it'll be a quad battle suit battle somewhere down the way.
So they're pretty equal right now, with just a 3-second difference. You can't really use one to attack the other. So you'll want to stay at whatever camp you're more comfortable with. But a good team will try to split up those spawn times so that you can use one against the other.
Red scorched.
So long as you get to it first, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because if you don't get to it first, it works in your disadvantage, right?
That's right. Beautiful. That would be a map fumble.
Yeah. So currently following Insanity, who gets tagged out by Magin Klein. Oh, we have a timeout being called because
Dogs are disconnected with the server command overflow.
who disconnected? Dodger.
Both Fugler.
Okay, so maybe they're in the same house.
Prepare to fight. 3,
Oh, he's left.
1,
He's
fight.
also left the Skype channel. Let's see, is he coming back? Okay, he's come back. Let me pull him back in.
He lost connection again.
Okay, I got to tell these guys they cannot pause.
Yeah, it was.
Even the spectators are frozen.
Then why are you playing Yi? Then if you can't farm, then you can't play Yi.
Prepare to fight. 3, 2, 1, assist.
Then you should have gone top.
Okay, let's see.
Dude,
Are they back?
You're getting fucked anyways.
No.
Now you just screwed
Oh,
up
we
your
just gotta
farm.
wait for them to come back.
You're not only screwing up your sub, you're screwing up Nunu.
This is definitely going to mess up all the timings on the power-ups. Perhaps we can
It's hard to carry his fizz.
drop teams to 3 while we wait for some to reconnect. Keep it paused until he's ready.
DEA has the option of. Oh, Dodger's here. Dodger's back.
Let's go, Dodger. Get in. Or is he waiting for the quad?
No, okay.
An enemy.
Okay, yeah, that's messed up all the timing now, right?
Right.
it's quad time already. It's like. it's what,
Back-to-back carries.
yeah, everyone's going to reset the timers in their head. He says, when's quad? What?
Oh, they lost battle suits at pit.
Okay, Battlesuit is out of play.
The 2 DEA are down right above it. It's really easy to knock in.
Yeah, Namco is having all sorts of connection issues, right? Let's see. 289, and Namco is ping is just terrible. It's 300, 250. Oh my goodness gracious.
500.
Yeah, no, it's he's trying to play throughout a really bad ping.
Heart of a champion.
He's 999 now. Okay, no. He's got some.
So we see P4F is running together through the basement down to the rail.
They're probably dragging.
And looks like they're going to do an attack into the red room.
Wow.
All their
DEA
buddies.
off to an early lead, 3-zip.
P4F has their early lead.
Oh, is it P4F?
That's right.
My bad. Yeah, I've got this the standard scoreboard here. It doesn't actually put the teams up.
Nice. See? Oh, I should have also knocked out in there. Nice. Yep, right.
So P4F is guarding a body at red. They're gonna hold red and stack all their members up on red.
Scores. Power-ups coming in 20 seconds. It's time for them to commit to a side and decide what they want to do.
Well, Namco's gonna go after the guy with the, oh, he fell off. So, and he got the guy actually to fall off as well. Imagine Klein is looking for the quad, maybe, now he's backed off and he's gonna try and see if he can get the, oh, what a rail. Insanity with the quad.
So it looks like they're going to set up that situation I was talking about where you use one power-up to take the other power-up. So from this point on, the quad should be the superior half on the map.
Yeah, but the quad didn't actually go to the battle suit. The quad stayed at quad.
That's right.
So the quad should have gone to the battle suit to try and claim the battle suit from whoever got it.
Absolutely.
So he can have the double play, but that didn't happen. Now he has it. Quad just picked up the battle suit. Not by purpose, but by luck.
Cookie crumbled.
Yeah, by sheer luck. So Lord Krem has 9. He needs to health up. He picked up the yellow and a health bubble. So they have one, I believe, yes, they have one body at quad. They're pushing the Thor away.
P4F really just wants to let this point go and get their team back on their feet.
Which they have done, because they got 2 bodies in the quad area. And, oh, a little bit of team respawning going on.
This DEA was pretty weak there. A respawn would have really given them a chance.
They did. They respawned. Pinfield respawned the whole team. They're all healthed up, and they've got full health now.
So Namco's really letting the game go right now. He needs to get his team back on their feet.
Yeah, these guys are going to be tough to kill on the next spawn. You know, because they're all healthed up and they've all picked up at least 1 yellow.
Now it's time to take the quad and carry it to the battle suit.
Impressive.
But Penfield is sitting over the DS by himself. That is a risky move.
He may get taken out. Imagine Klein now with the quad. Imagine Klein should be going to battle suit, but he's not. Yeah, now. Get a battle suit, Imagine Klein. Go to battle suit. Okay, Penfield comes away with a battle suit.
He gives it to the other team.
Yeah, I mean, he had the quad. He could have made sure that he got the battle suit with the quad.
Absolutely.
So again, a different strategy being played out here by both teams, actually. Now, why is he railing when he had battle suit?
Likes the rail.
No, I know that, but you know, I mean,
It's definitely a poor decision. You want to take them into tight spaces and rock them. That is where the battle suit shines.
You know, because as far as I know, the rail doesn't splash, right? There's no splash damage on the rail. It's either hit or miss. There's no in between on that. Following Lord Krem, carrying into a red area from the shotgun. And they're all gone into the basement. Here's one. Lord Krem's going to stick around and pick up the red. No, he's not. He ignored the red. What the heck?
Got 20 seconds till the next quad.
Yeah, but why did he not pick up the red? Okay, let's see what's happening upstairs. 6-1. Wow, DEA's got a long way to claw back here.
P4F picks up the quad. Last man. DEA just gave that to him.
No, but he's still not good. Well, he's making his way to battle suit now. Yes, he is. Cormac is making his way to battle suit. Stay there, Cormac.
Oh, he could have done battle suit quad.
Yes. No, he went for the full instead. They can still come away with battle suit.
I want to kill him.
He's going for the Thors.
That's so wrong.
Yeah. Why is no one going for the battle suit?
They have like a sense of Bushido honor.
No, I don't think so.
Battle suit anonymous. BSA.
We got the quad, so you guys can have the battle suit the next round. That's fair. That is the samurai way. No. Samurai way is chop off your head.
Hasn't been picked up.
I know.
Later,
I don't understand. It's an important power up. Okay, this is interesting. Battle suit is still lying there. No one's picking it up at all. Amazing.
Somewhere over here.
Assist.
Rolling around.
So now they're really out of sync, and you cannot use one to take the other.
Well, Namco's got the battle suit, so maybe they're doing it sequentially. Battle suit one time and then quad the next. Oh, but Namco shouldn't pick it up. He's got ping issues. Like he's lagging all over the place.
If not him, then who?
Assist.
Yeah, that's true.
No one is picking it up.
At least the laggy guy picked up the battle suit,
It's
right?
difficult to hit. Maybe
Yeah.
this battle suit.
Yeah, but it works also against him. He's not hitting very much. I mean, his accuracy's got to be pretty bad. I mean, 12% rail. Yeah, he's not hitting
Oh,
diddly.
what are you doing?
He's picking up the red. He's picking up the powerhouse, but it's.
It's like both teams decided to hold halves of the map spontaneously.
I'm not sure.
DEA
What's
gets
going
to
on.
pick up on quad, and they run right through P4F in the red room. So P4F retreats.
Well, I think P4F just dropped the quad there.
Yes. Yes, they did.
So it's a mad rush for the quad.
Yes.
Now this is interesting. Why didn't he throw some rockets before he left?
Left.
He was low on health, I understand that, why he exited, but he could have deposited at least a rocket and put a couple of nades through the window. Watching Penfield now coming up to, I don't know where he's going. I'm lost. I don't know how to call these guys. So, some of their decisions escape me. We have Insanity now at trying to rocket jump his way out of trouble. He can't do that against Infant Noob.
We'll just get it.
Infant Noob's 50% rail. So again, very solid railing from Infant Noob. And they have two bodies at red. Penfield's taking the battle suit. Yay! And he can go up to the quad maybe. No, it's battle suit will be able by the time he gets it. But certainly he can do damage in the quad where it's being camped. And he does. He takes out two, maybe three. Yes, he takes out all
Split 'em up,
three.
Penfield. Shoot him with rockets.
No, he's not. He likes to keep them together.
It's looking really fancy with that golden glow.
You think about it. That's a 9 seconds. That's a 9-second Thor that he's just changed into a 3-second Thor.
Yeah.
It's 9 seconds to break up a show. Now he's only got 3. Oh, he's in time to pick up the quad, and he still converts a point. Oh, this could be 2 points for Penfield right here on this.
In 2 seconds. Excellent.
He is a hero.
He is. He took the gamble and it paid off.
Assist.
And now he's going to respawn his whole team. So again, a clutch play from Penfield.
P4F should be doing the exact same thing behind his back, though. Run behind the wave. Fix it after.
Well, P4F is all healthy and respawned, and they take out Penfield right at red. So again, we're going to see a little bit of the game flow going the other way now. Oh, what was that? Oh, that was Infant Noob took out his own person.
Now, really, there should be no way that P4F can lose the game at this point.
8-3 with
6 minutes.
6 minutes left. You're right.
Definitely slow the game down.
Hey,
And,
Coke, they want you to commentate on the third game. Apparently, they don't want to let you go.
Oh my god.
Again, Reaper couldn't make it. I'm looking over at my Skype. He hasn't come on, so he got stuck in Ottawa on his mother's computer. It was his sister's computer. It was something which was POS type of computer. So.
Good son would make sure his mother had a good Quake computer.
Yes, because we know mamas love to play Quake.
I got my mom a Quake computer.
Are you kidding me? Does she play Quake?
It's a screaming machine.
Oh my god. Watching Namco work at Red, he's been ping challenged all game. I mean, seriously ping challenged. And Infant Noob comes away with 2 bodies at Red, and he's leaving the bodies to go for a Thor. He's going to get Magic Klein free, and let's see if he goes back and guards those Red. Oh look! Quad was doing the Thor, and yeah, you can't
see. That's another case where we really need to split those bodies up before he left them.
Yeah. Instead of a 3-second Thor now, a 6-second Thor, it becomes 3 seconds. Oh, Lord Krem is able to get his guy freed up. Let's see how he plays this. He gets taken out.
I called it and I burst it.
So lots of stuff happening down in the basement here.
This battle suit is in 15 seconds.
Magic Klein is positioned well to take battle suit. He's going to go for the Thor while he's engaged.
Right. I think P4F should really be exploiting the pit respawn if they want to drag this game out and win on their 4th round.
Well, I think they've got it in hand. They've got 3 minutes now, unless DEA really puts together 2 solid back-to-back power possessions, right?
Yeah.
I think we're going to game 3.
Blue scores.
Which is on a really tight map, and it should be interesting. Almost Lost is a very small map for a 4-on-4.
I think a tight map would give the nod to DEA.
Well, we'll see if they've learned how to play the P4F team now. Because the P4F have been playing very well together as a team. Again, I've just watched them every week. They've just improved tremendously.
So they're mostly an Insta-clan?
Yes. But I mean, the members play all weapons on CA and stuff like that, but they haven't really been playing a lot of all weapons freeze tag matches, mostly Insta freeze tag. They have wicked rails.
Isn't that a prerequisite for an Insta-clan?
Pretty much. I mean, you got to have that 40 to 50% rail when you go there. Magic Klein with the quad point conversion. So again,
that's right. Dog just sees the writing on the wall. It is game.
Impressive.
It's 2 minutes with 5-point deficit to make up in freeze tag. That's huge. That's a huge deficit to come back in 2 minutes.
They would need KGB.
It would probably need more than KGB to come back from. But if anyone could do it, KGB could do it.
That's right.
He's a monster in this mod.
Assist.
Always terrified me. When I see him coming, I just run away and call for help. That's how I deal with him.
Red scores.
Well, I'm sure we'll see a lot of KGB at QuakeCon. He's on all 3 tourneys registered. So this year the QuakeCon is August the 2nd to the 5th. And I'll try and cover some of it for the Planet Freeze channel. I'll see how much of it I can stream. But
Scores. 1-0.
You're a developer in charge of freeze tagging. Update to a chair somewhere.
well, at the 2011 QuakeCon, CSN tried to actually put up a freeze tag tourney, but they only had 1 team registering. So I don't think they'll be doing that again. But I think, it's a long season. We will break for QuakeCon, and I'll be covering some of what's happening at QuakeCon in the Planet Freeze stream channel. So those who are in between games might want to tune in and see what me and Kool-Aid are up to at QuakeCon. And Namco has a battle suit, so I mean, they've picked up both the quad and then the battle suit. So they've got both items now on their timers. And the second game goes to P4F. So we're into game 3. It's going to be a long night, so stick around.
All right, what are your predictions for game 3?
I think P4F will take the third map. If they're playing well, they've got momentum. Right.
They do have momentum.
And it's going to depend if they can control the outside area, because that's where the quarters and the yellow.
Seems to me like DEA has been coming out on top in head-to-head.
Yeah, they definitely have the stronger players one-on-one.
Well, I'm not going to commit to that strong of a statement. But you know them better than me.
I think Infant Noob was very strong for the P4F guys, but I'm just looking at the rest of the lineup on DEA, and I said, yeah, offensively, I think on paper, they probably come out on top on paper. Now, this is the map which I was tempted to request to be put into the rotation, but I just got outvoted on that.
This base map, you have no consideration for team play. No love.
No, I just like this map because there's no walls and it's all
No
about
control point. It's just
exactly. It's just it's almost like a free for all.
yeah. You hope to spawn on the top platform, and if you don't, you wait until a point, and then you go up one platform.
But there's a lot of pitting on this map, and that was a major objection to it. That everyone said no, there's going to be too much pitting on it, and I said, well, you get the same thing with Overkill. Overkill, there's a lot of pitting in Overkill.
So they plan to do Overkill? Can they change their...
they're going to go almost last, but I'm saying we haven't seen a lot of Overkill being played except by the Insta clans.
I really liked Overkill as a freestyle game.
There's a lot of people who don't like it because of the, if you got a guy playing by the lava, right, he just falls in when you finally kill him.
We played in a tournament where the final match came down to Overkill. And this was back in 116, where it's a 10-point cap limit with no time limit. And the match went for like 45 minutes to an hour.
Oh look, they're negotiating to get Overkill as a third map. I'm just catching the end of that conversation, so you may get to see Overkill being played, though.
Oh. Wow.
Cool Mike's agreed to Overkill. Now, that's one thing we notice about all the team captains. They've been very, very forthcoming. And, in the whole league, we haven't had any issues with any of the captains objecting. So, again, a very positive feel on the conduct of everyone in the league so far.
Wait until it gets later in the league and things get tighter and nastier.
Well, I imagine playoff time, everyone puts a game face on and it's no longer buddy. It's, it's yeah. But at the moment, we still got a long way. It's week 4 of the league. We still got, 16 more weeks of this? There's a lot of games left to be played.
Vote now.
So, is that a yes? We're going to Overkill?
They're voting it, so if we go, then it's a yes. Guess what? We're going Overkill, guys.
So, an interesting thing about this map is that the best place to control is not the same place as in Rocket Arena, or Clan Arena, which is what you guys call it now.
Which is top.
That's right. Everyone likes to go top in Clan Arena, but it's really not a good place to control as far as armor goes and power-ups.
There's only one power-up up there.
That's right. You really want the red armor room.
So bridge.
The red armor room, the bridge. You can pitch your own people. You have quad right there. You have red right there. You have shards
And regen.
and regen.
Yeah,
So
regen's a
this is-
biggie as well, eh?
Right. So that is actually the happy map that you want, and it's pretty easy to hold.
I figured the LG area would be the one you'd want to hold because the advantage there is, again, you have access to the red, but you also have that ability to pit if you get tagged.
Okay, well, to be fair, I haven't played it since they changed the map. So,
But-
what's the new LG area? The LG area.
The LG area is just, the LG is in front of the quad, right? And on this map, it tends to be, there's a lot of LG battle
Yeah,
because it tends to be
that's right.
open.
You want that bridge area by the portal. This is exactly what you want to control.
So again, you know, that area you have access to the Mega, you have to hightail it out and duck back in, pick up the Mega, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see how DEA plays this because I think P4F is playing a much tighter team type of game.
Well, it's a mega. I'd say you probably don't want to go for it if you're just holding the other side of the map. What you want to try to do is deny it. If someone's sitting there ready to rail and one goes for it.
Yeah, I'd put that guy, Infant Noob, in that corridor with his
Mega
50%
deny.
rail. Yeah, no, he's got an excellent rail. It's quick, and it's really, really deadly. So they're just warming it up, and I'm going to ask them to ready it up because this is the third match.
I'm curious to see if people go upper out of clan arena tradition.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to step away from the computer for a second to get a drink. I'll be back when the match starts.
Excellent.
Okay, we're going through the preliminaries. I'm sure they'll be reading up as soon as Namco gets his. I don't know if he wants to get his ping where he wants to be. I mean, his ping you can see is going anywhere from 260 back to 70. I don't even know how he even plays with that type of variation. And he's usually one of the stronger players, but it's not really a 4-on-4 anymore if his ping doesn't settle down. Yeah, no, I mean it's just going all over the place. He's got massive packet loss.
Well, my suggestion to him is to play the dirty job role.
Prepare your team.
What, become frag bait?
Coca-Cola. You run from everyone and ball and guard bodies.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, right? Because at that ping, he's not going to be able to hit very much. You know, I mean, sure, it's tougher for people to hit him, and maybe you're right. He goes around with maybe the LG out, because with the LG at least you can see where you're hitting,
Blue scores.
even if your ping is very variable.
DEA is set up pretty much how.
Yeah, I see Lord Crane. He's sitting on the LG, and they're gonna punish anyone coming into that area, or they're gonna try.
It's fine.
Again, you got two guys at red. I don't understand that. Lord
Regeneration.
Crane was shot into.
DEA got rolled over by P4F.
Yeah, he picked up both the major power-ups, which was the regen and the quad, right? I mean, the quad guy with regen is pretty much Superman. Oh, he still gets taken out.
10 seconds.
Lord Krim picks it up. There's not a whole lot left on both power-ups. Just about over. So let me put up the accuracies again. So everyone can have a look at the accuracies.
So split those bodies up, Lord Krem.
He's not doing that.
Nope.
We got to have a talk with these guys afterwards.
Oh,
No, he's not going to split them up.
fight again.
He's not even checking for the yellow on the top. It should be up by now, I think.
Blue scores.
Yes. Now he needs to get out of town and get with his team if he gets caught in an ugly fight.
Yeah, but he could have picked up that 50 armor, and it would have made a difference on that engagement. So again, some of the decision making, I'm not quite sure why they're doing certain things, but I'm sure they have some good reason for it. But we're just not aware of it.
We can't hear what they're saying in bed.
Yeah, so they may be getting directions to go to certain areas pronto. And Penfield gets taken out. So again, we have P4F to an early lead, albeit a 1-point differential at this point in time.
Power-ups are about to spawn.
So what's your prediction on this map, Kirk? You think DEA, it's a much bigger open map than Almost Lost. I think that favors P4F.
I would say P4F as well. I thought Almost Lost would definitely be a DEA map.
Because it's tight and it's congested. Favors a stronger offensive team.
That's right.
A map this spread out favors the defensive team.
And also, P4F is supposed to be a strong railing team, and open maps favor railers.
You're right there. I'm sure they've played this map many times. There is a favorite on the Insta freestyle circuits. So Cool Mike is keeping the quad carrier away from him very well, and the quad's over, so we'll see. No, he didn't pit. I would have played it much closer to the pit, so if I got killed, I would have pitted. There's Lord Krem, and he does get a frag out of that.
It looks like DEA is going over P4F in a lot of matchups.
Yeah, but again, if they don't take care of the bodies, it's all that work for North.
That's right.
Assist.
So killing is just half the story here. If you don't prevent the Thors, they'll come back and they'll keep coming back.
Blue scores.
It's rather Night of the Living Dead. You gotta make sure they don't revive. Otherwise, you have a whole army of zombies coming back to hurt you.
Looks like P4F is pushing on the outside of the portal room.
Well, DEA is just happy to hold the LG quad area.
Looks like the back end of DEA just left the room, exposing their partners who ran.
That was a good rocket by Lord Krem.
P4F really wants to just try to hold this room because he just got 9 seconds till quad.
Now, Lord Krem should not thaw. He should push the body into the pit area and respawn it, right? But they are trying to take the time to thaw, and that three seconds is huge. He came away with it. DEA came away with a quad, and they've dropped the quad. Oh, quad fumble. So now we see that's the second time that actually DEA has dropped the quad. Not on purpose, but P4F's come up away with a quad.
Oh, you pitted your quad.
Yeah, he was going to die, and he didn't want to have the DEA take the quad, but there wasn't much left on it.
Necessary but sad. Like if you have a child that's female.
Okay. Cool, Mike's doing some major work on the top. He's waiting for he had the timing on that mega.
And but that didn't help against 2 light guns.
No, he got taken out. It's kind of an exposed area to go into the mega. But the good thing about it is there's a big pit near there that you can actually get respawned in.
neither team is pitting half as aggressively.
Yeah, on this map, it is a given strategy to fight near the pitting areas, so that you do as much damage before you actually go in.
Absolutely.
Infant noob, we haven't actually had a lot. Now, it's funny because he went right by, picked up the health, and then he ignored the red. He didn't pick up the red. And I'm not quite sure why that is. It may be because he has a very narrow FOV, and he doesn't see what we're seeing. But I'm not sure why he didn't pick up the red.
I actually spectate by floating in the air.
Oh, okay. You're not on follow then.
No, I am. I want to see the big picture.
Forever the strategist. You like to see the forest. I like to see the trees. Watching Penfield with a quad. He's looking for the last two guys. They're wondering where they are.
Move Infant over so he doesn't get knocked in. Come on, Lord Krem.
I don't know who's guarding the bodies. I think.
Insanity around the corner is
Okay, so Penfield wrapped one up. Here's the other one. He's trying to get hold of it. Went through the teleporter. Oh, just missed it on the up. Penfield's trying to find the last guy.
This is not the time to be stalling now. We've seen him do this a couple times this game, where he runs off as last man for.
Yeah, it's 3-2, and these guys are just going to stack up on all the power-ups while you're running around trying not to get killed.
Hurting his team.
And your enemy team is by this time really well stacked.
Oh, but nothing. It's like it's down to Cool Mike.
So we're back in the same position. Last man running away. And if DEA plays the cards right, they won't kill him yet. They'll
probably
just
want to kill him in about draws. That's right.
Well, there's 30 more seconds for the big one.
It's time to start thinking about the power-ups.
They could have delayed that last kill to stack up for the quad rush. 30 seconds. You could have played a little bit of cat and mouse with the guy.
I agree.
But this is something that we've been trying to get as maybe introduce the coach position, right? Because actually P4F is a really good team, and they got some of the strategies down, right? They don't have all the strategies. I noticed they don't respawn their own team members when they're low. So if you had a coach telling them, okay, can you respawn this week, can you respawn that week, it probably is gonna give them a little bit of an edge. But they are winning.
Is great from just a team cohesion standpoint. You have your teammates watching you play without compromising the integrity of the competition. Well,
the old coaching position, you used to have 4 screens that came up on your monitor, and you could coordinate each of your members. And you wouldn't be able to see what the enemy was doing, but certainly all 4 members of your team would be available, and you could coordinate their team play.
Looks like DEA is taking a pretty commanding lead, and I think these points they got real quick are because Namco ran for too long. Let DEA stack up, and they could roll that into 2 points.
Now, his ping has settled down now, so let's see how he does. I'm going to go and follow Namco and just see. Because in the past, he's actually been pretty strong. But tonight, his ping was just a killer. Currently following Lord Krem. He picked up the Mega. He didn't pick up the Mega. Someone else picked up the Mega. They have one body at LG. Looks like DEA is content to try and hold the LG quad area.
Yeah.
They have one body there. And he's trying to zip one of the guys, P4F guys coming into the area. I wouldn't have gone after that body. Well,
P4F needs to do to turn this game around, because it looks like they're on a dangerous slide right here.
Yeah, it looks like we're backpedaling a little bit now. P4F does come away with a quad,
That's a start.
but Cool Mike is, I think he went the wrong way. He's got to be careful, right? He's got two bodies he's got to throw. And he actually gets a kill. Nobody gets tagged. And now, Penfield gets away with a
That one out
point.
of jumped right in the pin.
So that's a point, yeah. That's a point turnover. That should have been P4F's point.
Yeah.
So we can see now a little bit of the experience from the DEA guys coming into play. I think P4F made a couple of strategic errors. And we have Lone Creme coming in to assist with the throwing. Oh, Insanity gets tagged. So does Lone Creme.
Blue scores.
It's like just DEA is overpowering P4F.
Yeah, the offensive skills are starting to show, and you know, on an open map, the P4F guys have to regroup and actually stick together as a team. A lot of times we'll pick up a P4F guy like Nemco. He's by himself. He's at the regen by the bridge. You know, so he's just camping one area, but no teammates around.
Let's see, Magic Klein and Cool Mike are together. Let's see if they stick together for very long.
And here's the problem: is
Go opposite ways.
he's by himself, and he's. Oh, he does actually take out, and he runs now. Why is he running?
They are not sticking together.
Okay, so he's got to make sure that quad does not get the regen. He's left the regen area, and he also left the body. Now Nemco is actually last man.
Everyone's alive on my stream. You lagged out?
Oh, everyone's alive. Yeah, you're right. What happened? I thought he was the last man.
Maybe you're seeing the future.
Possibly,
You have
I'm
your time
psychic.
set to
I'm psychic. Sixth sense.
negative 2,000 time nudge.
Does that work? If you put negative 2,000, can you play into the future?
2 seconds in the future.
We'll have to ask Sincera that.
While you're at QuakeCon, take care of it.
Yeah, I'll make sure I interview Sincera and ask him about that minus 2,000 time nudge. It allows us to be early for our matches, which we've been having a little bit of a problem with some of the teams in the league. Infant Noob, currently 8-3. This is the third game of the match, and it will be the tiebreaker.
Impressive.
I was fighting the courtyard below the big bounce with Cool Mike. Cool Mike got frozen. He left him up there. It was a free thaw that he knew was clear.
Now we're basically DEA is down 2 bodies, so they've got one from P4F now frozen.
5-minute warning.
Namco's just picked up the regen. He's going to make his way to the quad, and if he times it, oh, he got taken out and fitted. So quad's now up. Let's see who took up quad. Cool Mike. So P4F has come away with the quad and the regen, but they're not able to hold the quad. Penfield just railed out of both quad carriers.
It's hard to do that when you have no armor on your carry.
Yeah. So Penfield again, I think he's doing some key plays here. He's got 47 points, leading the field with 37 frags.
I think there's pretty much no way P4F is going to come back at this point. 5
Yeah,
minutes, 5 points.
With 4 minutes left, you're right. I think pretty much the writing's on the wall. It's very difficult for P4F to come back.
Especially on a pit map.
You know, there's two more quads. There's two more quad possessions, and to make up, what, 5 points in 2 quad possessions
Scores.
in 4 minutes, very tough. But KGB could do it.
I'm imagining him like Tony the Tiger. Down.
But he's an exciting player to watch. I mean, really, when you watch his gameplay, it's very smooth.
There he is.
Yeah, he's one of the best.
You know, there's nothing fluky about what he does. Everything is predetermined. He knows exactly what he wants to do.
What we should do is switch to map weapons and put a map in the pool with no lightning and a rail. I want to fight Destrophy on that map.
With Gauntlet,
No lightning, no rail.
just Gauntlet only.
Gauntlet only.
Just rockets and what, shotgun? No rail, no LG?
Maybe no shotgun either.
Chihuahua. So main weapon will be rocket and
20
plasma.
seconds. Excellent.
I'll do that fight.
Red scores.
Well, I mean, this is all weapons freeze tag, but in actual fact, it's only 8 of the 12 weapons are actually called for here.
I have yet to play with any of these weapons.
Well, there's the nail gun, there's the chain gun.
I saw on the World Freeze Tag message board that Foxer was,
He wanted the chain gun added.
He wants
The placement mines.
That's right.
No,
Foxer
the
mines.
placement.
So he's lobbying for it, searching for that word.
Yeah, the placement mines. I like the placement. No, I like the kamikaze. I think they should put the kamikaze at least on one of these freeze tag maps. You know, yeah, it's basically when you set it off, it takes out everyone in a huge radius.
Like that.
Yeah. But it also manages to take you out most of the time as well. The only map that's available is Space Camp. So it's like DM6 without floors.
I would use that on the quad.
Watching Lord Krem, I mean, look at his rail, 48%. So again, DEA is just playing this down. They've got 1 minute left in the game. It's a 3-point lead. So I'm sure they'll be content just to hold an area and prevent further point erosion in their lead.
Dogs are calling it early again.
Well, I thought P4F would actually put up a better showing on this map because it was kind of their choice over almost lost. I think it was a good choice for them. I think they know this map better. All right, and they would probably play this map better because they played it a lot in Insta. But the power points are quite different because you do have the quad area and you have the regen.
I think they got rattled. The team play that we're seeing early in the match just wasn't present this time.
They seem to have recovered from that, but not enough to come back. And there you have it, the third game. We have basically Penfield with a higher score. He dominated in that last game. And that'll be the last game of tonight. Tomorrow we have 2 Insta matches. So join us again for tomorrow night. Anything you want to add, Coke?
Good game, good luck, have fun, all that other freeze taggy goodness.
Have a freeze tag good night.
That's right.
That's all.
Merry, merry freeze tag.
Merry, merry freeze tag and a happy new year. Okay, and we'll have Reaper back up tomorrow night. So all of you guys who missed his commercial timeouts and his a few words from his fabricated sponsors, he will be back tomorrow night. So
His
see you.
great soothing voice.
The man with the golden voice.
Yeah.